Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going deep into a topic that has been widely misunderstood and misused in the spiritual world: manifestation. You've probably heard people say, you create your own reality, and while there's truth in that, there's also a hidden layer most people miss. Because here's the honest truth: not all manifestation is conscious. Not all of it comes from truth. In fact, much of what people think is manifestation is actually the ego trying to fix its sense of lack. Not all manifestations come from truth. Some are born from egoic lack. Some serve only personal gratification. And others? They come straight from the wholeness and fullness of life itself. In this video, I want to talk to you about the difference between manifesting from a place of fullness versus manifesting from egoic neediness. When you manifest from ego, you're not truly co-creating with the universe. You're not serving the whole. You're serving your personal identity, your image of self, your sense of being not enough. And anything coming from that space will always create more confusion, more suffering, and more separation. The law of attraction has become popular in recent years, especially in New Age spirituality. The idea is simple: whatever you focus on, you attract. Sounds great, right? But here's the hidden issue. Period. Most people aren't manifesting from truth. They're manifesting from a place of lack, a place of egoic neediness, a place of, I'm not enough unless I get this thing. Egoic manifestation is sneaky. It disguises itself as something good. I want a better job. I want to heal. I want to attract love. But if you slow down and look deeper, you'll often find that the desire is actually fueled by insecurity or fear. It's saying, I'm not complete unless this thing happens. And that's the problem. When your sense of peace is dependent on the outcome, you're not manifesting from awareness. You're manifesting from ego. And the ego, by nature, is separate from life. It doesn't trust the whole. It doesn't serve truth. It serves itself. So what does it mean to manifest from fullness? It means you're no longer trying to get something to complete you. You're not trying to use life for your personal gain. Instead, you become available to life. You become a vessel through which universal intelligence can flow. And that changes the whole game. You stop asking, what do I want from life? And you start asking, what does life want from me? That question, simple as it is, flips the entire energy of manifestation from personal to universal. In non-duality, we come to see that there is no separate me that is manifesting anything. There is only consciousness expressing itself. There is only life moving through form. So when something manifests from that space of awareness, it's not you creating it, it's life unfolding. You become aligned with the flow rather than trying to bend life to your personal desires. And paradoxically, this is when real power shows up. Not the power to control, but the power to trust, to allow, to align. This is the key shift. From desiring to allowing. You stop trying to make things happen, and you start letting things unfold. You no longer chase outcomes. You respond to life's invitation. And that invitation only comes when you are rooted in stillness. From that stillness, sometimes a desire arises, not from your mind, but from awareness itself. And when that happens, it's not about achieving something. It's about expressing something true. You may wonder, but how do I know if a desire is coming from ego or from truth? One way to check is to look at the energy behind the desire. If it comes from restlessness, fear, pressure, or desperation, it's ego. If it comes from inspiration, peace, and clarity, it's likely coming from presence. Manifestation from presence doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like striving. It feels like life pulling you into action, not you pushing yourself into a fantasy. You'll also notice something strange. When you're manifesting from presence, the outcome matters less. You're not attached to whether it happens or not, because you already feel whole. That's the paradox. When you stop needing it to happen, that's when it's most likely to arise. Why? Because your frequency matches the reality of wholeness. You're not manifesting lack anymore. You're emanating fullness. Another trap to be aware of is the spiritual ego. This is when the ego starts using spiritual language to reinforce itself. You hear people say things like, "I manifested this because I'm awakened," or "I created this amazing life because I raised my vibration." But if you look closely, it's still all about the separate self, just put on new clothes. It's still driven by the same need to be special, to be better, to be seen. True spiritual manifestation has no room for that, because in nonduality, the separate I is seen as an illusion. There is no separate creator. There is only creation happening, life moving, consciousness expressing. This is why true manifestation is often quiet. It doesn't come with fireworks. It doesn't announce itself. It's subtle. It's effortless. You're simply in tune. And from that tuning, the right words come. The right people show up. The right circumstances unfold. Not because you made them happen, but because you stopped interfering. You aligned. So let's talk about some practical steps to support this kind of conscious manifestation. First, start with silence. Sit every day, even just for 10 minutes, and listen. Don't try to manifest anything. Just be. When you do this consistently, you begin to notice what arises naturally. You begin to see which desires are noise and which ones are true. Next, ask better questions. Instead of, "How can I get this thing?" ask, "What is trying to emerge through me right now?" This will lead you to act from clarity instead of craving. Another step is to trust the timing. Ego always wants things now. It doesn't understand divine timing. But life has its own rhythm. If something doesn't happen yet, trust that. Stay rooted. Stay open. Also, let go of the outcome. This one is hard, but the more you let go of needing a specific result, the more freedom you create for life to surprise you. And finally, check your motives. Is what you're trying to manifest in service of just you, or is it in service of the whole? Manifestation that's aligned with the collective always carries more power, more flow, and more clarity. So how do you know when you're truly manifesting from fullness? Here are some signs. You feel peace, whether or not the thing arrives. You act without effort. You're no longer obsessed with control. You stop chasing. You start trusting. And most of all, you feel connected, not just to the thing you want, but to life itself. In the end, real manifestation is not about getting. It's about becoming. It's about remembering your nature as life itself and letting that life express freely through you. There's no need to struggle. There's no need to force. Just be in tune. Be quiet. Be whole. And from there, the right manifestations will come. Not because you made them happen, but because you finally stepped out of the way. Thank you so much for being here. If this message touched something inside you, feel free to share your experience in the comments. And remember, you are already enough. The universe isn't holding anything back. It's just waiting for you to stop trying, so it can finally move through you. Until next time, stay present, stay rooted, and stay open to what life wants to do through you.